Hello and welcome to Level 343's first online video. What I wanted to share with you today is a reoccurring theme and question that's been in every conversation I've had lately, whether at conferences, on blogs, Facebook, Twitter. Basically, how do we manage and monitor our online social networks? As a matter of fact, we just received an email from one of our readers that I wanted to share with you guys. Hello, SEO Copy. I've been following you for 8 months now, and I wonder how you share great information with your readers, whether on Twitter, Facebook, or even LinkedIn, etc. How do you do it? How do you monitor and measure your social media, and is it time-consuming? Signed, Clueless in New York. Wow, those are some great questions. But, just let me be clear, because social network automation is not the same as measuring your social media. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a peek into my morning routine, which is, when I feed my Twitter feed, when I, put in all my Facebook feeds for the day, for the week, for the month, depending on the campaign. This is where I just manage several accounts, and it takes me, like I said, about an hour and a half, and voila, the rest of my day I can actually focus on other aspects of the project. So, let's go. It's no surprise that I use Hootsuite. Now, the reason I love using Hootsuite is it's got a lot of power under the hood. The dashboard is clean. You can actually see every account that you're managing. It's, each one has its own preferences, and so each one has its own columns, whether I'm using mentions more on one, pending on another, but I'll get into that. The one thing that I really like about Hootsuite is their preference area. They give you quite a bit of leeway when it comes to adding your social networks. And that's the beauty here. Not only am I able to manage my Twitter feed, but I'm able to manage several, social networks, from Facebook to fan pages to LinkedIn, WordPress, Foursquare. Really nice, really nice. You can even bring in your RSS feed. So what's not to love? So again, depending on the campaign that you're building and what you're trying to accomplish, Hootsuite's got a lot to offer. Now, how do I use it in the morning? I'm going to focus on SEO copy, make it easy. First thing in the morning, what I do is I have Google Alert. I don't know if you guys use Google Alert or not, but we have, several keywords that we keep an eye on. As you can see, this one here is for social networks. There's 9 results. You can see what the buzz is. You can actually build some partnerships maybe, take a look at doing some guest blogging, take a look at sharing their content on Twitter or Facebook. A lot of great stuff. This is for one of them. You can get anywhere from 9 to 10 results. Here's one with online reputation management, 3 results. Or another thing that I do is I've created Paperlies. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with them. But the way you create these is via your Twitter list. If you use Twitter, or, for the people who do use Twitter, one of the things that they offer you is the capability to create lists. What an awesome tool. What we've done is within one of our campaigns for writers and SEO and content developers, we've created a list with nothing but the top writers in SEO, content development, so on and so forth. And in that aspect, we have some wonderful content that we can actually pull into our Twitter feed. For example, let me show you one from the Social Media Examiner. You go to the actual site, you pull the retweet for it, and you wait for them to show up. Once it's there, you go ahead and you pull the feed, the actual RSS with the shortened link. Voila. You bring it into Hootsuite, pop it into this window. You make sure that you have your account checked off, and check this out. You can schedule it for any time of the day. You can schedule it for any time of the week, the month. Let's hypothetically pop this one into tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Schedule. Refresh. voila, there it is. Now, you just build this with 15, 20, again, depending on the Google alerts, depending on your campaign, depending on, how many of these networks you have to be on. As you can see, Facebook pages, really easy, accessible to get to. Fan pages, really easy and accessible to get to. You can actually build your pending streams there. I hope that I've answered your question about how I do it. Now, the most important is how do I monitor, which brings me to this column here. This is how I connect with people. This is where I respond. This is where I retweet, even more so than just bringing in my tweets. You have to connect. So when you do come into, between breaks, between emails, between conference calls, so on and so forth, make sure you take a look at this mentions here, because it's real important. But in closing, you've got to take into consideration some of these statistics. Twitter has 175 million registered users. Facebook is creeping to 600 million. LinkedIn has 100 million. Now, albeit it's not really clear, how many are actually working and using these services. But when you're monitoring, you're actually using your social media efforts to get up close and personal. You're continuously tracking your real time. You're connecting. You're getting involved. You're using these, paperlies. One of the things that's really cool about the paperlies that I forgot to mention is you can pull them from your Twitter accounts. You can pull them from hashtags, from your Twitter lists, Facebook. So, but when you're measuring in your social networks, that's when you're getting into some serious reporting. And that's the other beauty that Hootsuite does. It gives you some really nice clicks by regions, top refers, and this is where you're looking at peaks, valleys, time slots, correlating different campaigns. So in closing, I know it's no secret that people want a cookie cutter solution. I get it. I do too. But this is one of the best ways to cut your time in half, to schedule some wonderful posts, not only from your blog, but from the Paperlies, which is connecting you to your lists and to your followers. I hope this video was informative. Please email me with any questions that you have to SEOcopy@level343.com. I hope to hear from you soon. And until then, be safe. Thanks. Ciao.